Andrew.
What? Give me a second. Gotta think of a bit so we can start recording.
But we already started recording.
But welcome back to Trek Through Trek.
Hey guys, welcome back to Trek Through Trek. Today we're watching the 16th episode of the original series.
17th on Paramount.
Thank you, Andrew.
You're welcome.
The Galileo 7.
Teen.
No.
It's on Paramount.
No. The Galileo 7.
How many Galileos are there?
Well, there's there's two. One, the guy from the 1500s, Galileo.
Yeah, I know who Galileo is.
And then the shuttlecraft that's named after him.
I was gonna say, how many people do you think named their kid Galileo of all names?
I mean, I don't know. I can't imagine that the Galileo was the first one.
Yes, but I can imagine that there aren't any more now.
Could be. We'll look it up later.
I don't know, maybe the Galileo fan club just names all their kids Galileo.
How many times do you say Galileo in one sentence?
Galileo!
Galileo.
Correct. All right.
Oh, it was.
Let's start.
Starting to progress. What is that thing? Looks like
Don't know.
some kind of magic emerald from some random fairy tale exploded. The Master Emerald exploded.
Yes, thank you, Sonic.
On board is Galactic High Commissioner
You gotta go fast.
overseeing the delivery of the medicines to Marcus 3.
Who are you?
Captain to
He just told you, but you weren't listening.
Did you just say the planet is named Marcus 3?
Maybe.
Who names a planet Marcus? That's just a... Like, you have all these cool, like, god names and stuff, and then just name it freaking Marcus? Just feels like a waste.
First of all, Marcus 3 would be the third planet around the star that they named Marcus.
No problem.
I bet some guy named Marcus discovered it and named it after himself.
I have standing orders to
Okay, so then tell me this.
all quasars and quasar-like phenomena.
What if any name for a literal star? Like, there's so many cool star names. Marcus. You name it Marcus.
The plague is out of control in New Paris. We must get those drugs there on time.
No problem.
I'm so lost. Now there's a plague.
There's a plague on New Paris, and they have medicine that they have to get there.
Do they have the new Eiffel Tower over there, too?
Probably.
The first
Shuttlecraft
view...
Galileo.
The first view of the launch pad area shuttlecraft thing room.
Shuttle Bay.
Sick bay.
No, that's for injured and sick people.
Not because this is sick. It's the dumbest thing I've said this whole series. Comment below if you can think of something dumber I've said. It's definitely going to throw in like a montage of all the stupid things I've said over this series.
I don't have time to assemble that list.
Yeah, the Avengers have time to assemble, why don't you?
That goes on the list, guys.
Truth.
God help me if I have to rank that list.
As a matter of fact, someone in the comments, make a list of all the stupid things I've said. Unless you guys don't feel like doing that. Then I guess just don't.
3.7.
Is this going to be an episode where Kirk just straight up isn't involved?
I don't remember.
As to be expected, Mr. Spock.
Mr. Spock, radiation is increasing.
Uh-oh. This reminded me of the first episode, the pilot. Like, they fly through this, like, cloud of cloudiness,
And something
and
happens.
everything starts malfunctioning, and then a bunch of people explode, pretty much.
Galileo 2 Enterprise being pulled directly into the heart of Murasaki 312.
Urasaki 312.
That's the name of the quasar, I think.
Try and get me a fix on the Galileo.
Scanners are blank, Captain. We're getting a massive readings I've never seen before.
Out there, somewhere. 24-foot shuttlecraft. Off course. Finding a needle in a haystack would be child's play.
Confused?
Yes, even more than usual somehow. Didn't know that was possible.
To seek out new life and new civilizations.
To boldly go where no man has gone before. Idiot. In all seriousness, this is kind of hurting. Would have been easier if you would just cooperate. The Galileo 7.
Yes, did you happen to count how many people were aboard the shuttlecraft Galileo?
8.
No. Oh, it was 7.
It was 8, trust me.
No, it was 7.
Promise you it was 8.
There's one planet in this solar system capable of sustaining human life. It's type M. Oxygen, nitrogen, and it's listed as Taurus 2.
Uhura, can you say that in English now?
A type M planet, or sometimes called a class M planet, is a planet with Earth-like conditions. Suitable for human life.
Whoa. It's loading.
4, 5, 6, 7.
8.
No.
8.
Who's the 8th? We just saw everybody.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. We saw
No.
8
1,
people.
2,
1, 2, 3, 4,
5,
5, 6,
6, and 7.
7, 8.
No. No 8.
8.
7.
8.
Are you trying to gaslight me into thinking there's 8 people?
Yes.
Oh, I have an episode for you with the Next Generation. Whew.
Do they gaslight them into thinking there's a person who doesn't exist?
No. No. But
Does a person try to gaslight them into thinking they're a part of the crew?
anyone who's seen TNG will know what I'm talking about.
Reference people. I have not seen DNG. So don't say it in the comments, because I read the comments.
Mr. Scott, if you'll make a survey of damage, please.
I wonder if these guys die. Wouldn't make
Well,
sense, they're not red
I was
shirts.
going to say.
I remember after the pilot episode, you're like, you'll find out about the red shirts.
Mm.
And I'm like, no, I won't. They are all dead.
Correct.
I'll not find anything out about them. They all die by the end of the episodes.
Correct.
Well, I can't say
Yeah,
much
so
for the
this far into the future, they have space travel, but they can't figure out an equivalent to like a flare. They never considered the fact that in all of space, a ship might get lost.
Nope.
I am a logical man.
No, I never thought of it.
It'll take more than logic to get us out of this.
We've lost a great deal of fuel. We have no chance at all to reach escape velocity. And if we ever hope to make orbit, we'll have to lighten our load by at least 500 pounds.
The weight of 3 grown men.
Or the equivalent weight in equipment.
We'll use virtually every piece of equipment aboard this craft in attaining orbit. There's very little excess weight.
What about that light up there?
Hmm.
You mean 3 of us must stay behind? And who's to choose?
It's gonna be the red shirts.
As commanding officer, the choice will be mine. I do believe I'm better qualified to make the selection than any random drawing of lots. My choice will be a logical one.
Life and death are seldom logical.
I assume they're staying behind just because they're about to die anyways.
Maybe.
And then there will be 6. Because there are 8 total
No.
people.
No.
The
There are 7.
Galileo 8.
No.
That's the name of the episode.
No. There are 7.
People, support me in the comments.
No, it's from back there. It's everywhere. It's all around us.
There's nothing there. It's awfully convenient that this whole thing is covered with smoke.
Yep. Ooh, a spear.
Ooh, it's a spear.
Ooh, he got speared.
Yeah.
Say it.
Well, death.
Not very efficient.
Is that all you have to say?
Am I an error, Mr. Bowman?
You, air? Impossible.
Then
This
what?
guy feels like he's either going to be the
There's a
MVP
man
or
lying
the LVP.
here. Talk about Stone. What about Latimer?
Yeah, what about Latimer?
Order the Columbus to open its course 2 degrees on every lap from now on.
We'll be overlooking more than a dozen terrestrial miles on each search loop.
Mind your helm, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Kirk's just like, hey, Sulu, that's cool. Now shut up.
If they're tribal, they'll have a sense of unity, and we can use that. Give them a bloody nose, make them think twice about attacking us.
Good call, random blue shirt.
Mm-hmm.
What do we do against very large cavemen things holding spears? You punch them in the face and give them a bloody nose. That'll stop them.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
What are you?
Don't know.
Or Romulanans.
Missed. Why?
Very large shield.
Yes, well,
I love
very
how it
large
grows
people.
in size, like between clips. Like one
right.
time it's like maybe around the size of Spock, and now it's like maybe like 4 to 5 times the size of Spock.
Mm-hmm.
Like, alright, let's throw down this metal shield we made. Now, that's pretty big. We need it to be bigger. Let's throw a bunch of like pieces of like leather just stitched together on the floor,
Mm-hmm.
and just like put a little bulge under it. Pretend it's a shield.
Yep.
I say we hit them dead on.
Yes, I know, but fortunately I'm giving the orders.
Take that.
Spock really likes command for someone who claims not to.
Mr. Boma, you return with me to the Galileo. Connor, you remain on guard here, keeping contact with the ship.
Well, this guy's about to die. And then we'll need to vote off one. Personally, I think Blue Shirt's the imposter.
Did you find them?
Yes, we found them. They won't bother us again.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like Among Us before Among Us.
I hope not. Scotty has an idea. It's dangerous, but it might work.
What
No, Mr.
half-brain scheme did you come up with?
I can adjust the main reactor to function with a substitute fuel supply, our phasers. It'll take time, but it's...
Basically, if we shoot the engine, either it'll power us, or I did it wrong and we won't have an engine.
Hmm.
I like those odds.
Somehow I don't think he's going to shoot it. I think he's going to use the power from it somehow.
So either it'll work or it'll blow up, and we still won't have an engine.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah!
You don't have to maintain it very long, Mr. Scott. In less than 20... Doctor, your phaser.
For some reason, McCoy does not like the idea of not having a
No.
phaser.
No, he does not.
So I'm guess Spock's evil the whole episode.
No.
The real Spock has been kidnapped and is in the electrical room.
No.
What's that room called? The one that Riley locked himself in and started singing?
Engineering?
Engineering deck.
Landing parties 1, 2, and 3 report to transporter room for immediate beaming down to surface of the planet.
It's a big planet. To be sure, luck if our landing parties find anything.
I'm depending on...
Here's the question.
It's almost the only two we have.
Landing parties can beam up from anywhere.
Yes.
Why can't the people from the Galileo just beam up?
Because the Enterprise needs to find them first.
Okay, does the Enterprise always find the people that beam up?
Yes. That's how transporters work. It's not magic.
Okay, well, didn't Mr. Van Leeuwen sneak himself on?
And Gelder, and he
My bad.
put himself in a box that was being transported up anyway.
Oh. Well, let's see. Well, looks like we only need to vote off one person. Maybe yellow shirts die too.
Maybe.
It's so funny how fake the costumes look. Like, it looks like some dude in a fur coat with maybe, like, greasy hair. He's just like,
Oh.
and
Yeah,
then the
in
yellow
that-
shirt disappears.
In a few episodes from now, not many, there's a pretty famous episode called Arena. And the costume in that episode
Oh god.
leaves something to be desired.
Look, there's gonna be like a lion, and it's gonna be like one of those like 6-year-olds lion costumes that looks incredibly unrealistic, so it doesn't scare their friends.
No, I won't tell you any more than that. I won't tell. Stop. I won't tell you any more than that.
He'll risk his neck locating Gaetano. Then if he finds it, he's just as liable
How's
to
that?
order him.
Gaetano.
That's the guy's name, Gaetano, or something.
Or Gaetano.
Ah, yes, Gaetano.
Does he have white spiky hair and grocery games?
What?
Gaetano.
Oh,
White spiky hair and his own grocery
that's
game.
Guy Fieri. Found him.
Me too. it would appear, Welp laying probably dead on a rock. Wait till Spock says it.
It's usually Bones who says he's dead.
Okay. Bones isn't here.
You know, they're really bad at
Funny
throwing
how
spears.
terrible this spear, bro, I guess.
Wait, that one hit him.
I think it's made of styrofoam.
I think the rocks are made of styrofoam too, and some of it broke off when they threw the spear at it.
It's really funny.
They're terrible at this.
Like, they're
Wow.
Not even throwing it like a spear. It's like it's
like, Spock's not even running.
It's way off. And it's so slow. I could have done a better. I think they might have just had like little like low power cannons.
Like a Nerf gun.
Yeah, pretty much. Except that they forgot that low power cannons are, wait for it, terrible. Sorry, I don't think I said it loud enough for you guys to hear. Terrible.
Why haven't they done anything?
They're studying us. For the moment.
Another prediction, Mr. Spock?
My opinion, Mr. Boma.
No, they're just doing that.
Curious. Most illogical. Step by step, I have made the correct and logical decisions. And yet 2 men have died.
Yeah, because no one else makes logical decisions. You're facing an enemy that doesn't make logical decisions. Logical decisions do, wait for it, nothing.
How much longer, Mr. Scott?
Another hour, maybe 2. Won't be long enough.
Mr. Scott is doing quite a lot of tinkering by staring through a magnifying glass made out of, you know, off-brand Legos.
Yes.
You think those plates will, Scott? How much power do we have left in the ship's batteries? Will they electrify the exterior of this ship? That they will! Don't touch the plates. Be sure you're insulated.
Cover yourself in styrofoam. It's plenty.
Sure.
It's plenty with the rocks. The spears.
Ready, Mr. Spock? All right, go.
He's like, I know how to power the ship. We jiggle around a wrench between two little metal post things.
Fuck you.
Your time is up, but they're still out there. I order you to abandon search.
The Columbus hasn't returned yet.
You have your orders. Recall your search parties and proceed to Macus 3 immediately.
Okay. I know I've said this in previous episodes. For you guys who don't know, we post long after we record, so I'm watching a lot of the episodes as they come out, even though we watched them a long time ago. So many problems could be solved if the guy pressuring you just gets thrown off the ship. Dump him in space.
They're
Dump
not
him in
dumping
space.
people in space.
The commissioner's not a person. He doesn't count.
He is a person.
It's
and
too
he
terrible
counts.
to count.
Ooh, the spears are being terribly thrown.
It's so funny. Now break it off for styrofoam.
Oh no, it's your styro rock.
They're making it look so much harder to remove. Like, they're literally squishing it in.
I know.
Like, you could see that squishing in the styro rock.
You couldn't see that on TVs in the 60s. The resolution wasn't that high.
To achieve orbit, nor can we maintain it long.
It doesn't look like they're floating. It looks like they're just tilting upwards. Something tells me that's how they filmed the scene.
Probably.
Just kind of move the background down.
The logical thing was to have left me behind.
Then I'm sick and tired of your logic.
That is the most illogical act.
Spock just does not care. Spock can be so like, I love Spock, but he can be so frustrating to deal with sometimes. It's actually insane. Maybe I should dress up as Spock, that way it can be as annoying as possible and just blame it on logic.
No, I'm gonna stop you right there.
That would be most illogical.
That's annoying.
I may have been mistaken.
Well, at least I'll live long enough to hear that. Is there anything we can do?
Great stuff. Bones and Spock's, like, rivalry is just so funny.
I, for one, do not.
So ends your first command.
Yes.
Hopefully his last at this point. So far, in command, Spock has done a couple of things. 1. Spock has hijacked the Enterprise to try to take Captain Pike to Talos 4.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
2, Spock has gotten everyone stranded on a planet.
Yes.
Mr. Spock.
I think it's some sort of booster.
He jettisoned the fuel and ignited it.
Are you out of your
It's a flare! Just like you
They
said!
did it! Yes!
The orbital start taking.
Let's flop the switch back and forth. Good job, Sulu.
This does stuff.
Something there on the screen. Taurus 2.
180 degrees about, Mr. Sulu.
Finally listened.
It's like sending up a flare. Mr.
I'm so smart.
Good job.
I'm so...
Perhaps it was worth it.
No one out there to see it.
Are you sure? Because you're about to get transported in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Orbit decaying, Mr. Spock.
Wait for
10
it.
seconds to atmosphere.
Maybe the last action you'll ever take, Mr. Spock.
No, it won't. You guys have plot armor.
Right.
Totally illogical.
Spock, shut up!
Chance.
Oh my god.
Exactly what I mean.
Transporter's locked in, sir.
Activate beams.
Hey, we got them. Bye-bye.
Transporter room just beamed up 5 persons.
Now it's the Galileo 5!
Something I don't understand about all this, and maybe you can explain it to me. Logically, of course. You know that there was virtually no chance of it being seen, and yet you did it anyhow. And that would seem to me to be an act of desperation, a highly emotional state of mind. How does your well-known logic explain that?
The only possible action would have to be one of desperation.
You mean you reasoned that it was time for an emotional outburst?
Yes. Well, no, yeah,
Wouldn't put
yeah,
it in
yeah.
exactly those terms. Those are essentially the facts.
You're not going to admit that for the first time in your life, you committed a purely emotional act.
No, sir.
You're a stubborn man.
Not a man, he's a Vulcan.
Yes, sir.
Hilarious.
Alright. They're just not even gonna acknowledge the fact that 2 random... what's it called? Died.
Well, you know, it happens.
What an episode that was, everyone.
Sure was.
No, seriously, what was it? I'm so confused.
I don't see what was confusing. They
I don't know, I was
crashed
just
on a
lost.
planet, and then they had to figure out how to get off.
Foam spears.
And foam rocks.
Styrock foam.
Yeah. Why are we singing, exactly?
I don't know.
Okay. What was your favorite part, though?
Probably the part where I was right.
About the flares?
Yes, about
Yeah.
the flares.
Yes.
Said at the beginning of the episode, everyone. If he edits that out, just know that's something you can never take away from him. Don't you dare edit it out.
I'm going to edit all of it out. There's going to be nothing in this episode. It's going to be the start and the end, and that's it. Ah!
Definitely think they should have just thrown the commissioner off into space.
I mean, I guess, but we all know they weren't going to do that.
Yeah, I'd say that was my favorite part.
Okay.
Part where I was right, the part where they used the flare, the part where they got Rex. I don't know. Some was just... Also, Spock finally realized, wait a minute, I'm being an absolute idiot. Took a little while.
Yep.
Way too long, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
He finally realized.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then he made a flare.
Whee!
Does that make Spock your MVP?
No.
Oh, well then who's your MVP?
Spock was pretty much a complete idiot the entire time.
Okay. So then Andrew, tell me, who was your MVP for this episode?
My MVP for this episode, I said it a little earlier in the episode. I don't know if he's editing that out. But I think it's very clear. The MVP of this episode is the one, the only, the undefeated Random Blue Shirt. I'm sure he has a name, I just don't know what it is.
He does, and I can't remember.
They said
what
it like
is
once in
either.
the episode. I don't really care. Either way,
Boma, something like that.
Boomerang, who knows?
Oh, not a boomerang. But okay, fine. Why is he your MVP?
Well, Mr. Boomerang there. I'm calling him that. So Mr. Boomerang was the one who finally convinced Spock not to be an idiot, right? Like, he was pressing him this whole time, like, stop acting on logic, your logic is stupid. Stop acting on logic, your logic is stupid. Right?
And it turned out his logic was stupid.
His logic was stupid, yes. He was right the whole time, kind of like me. And I'm sure that he was finally convinced, not just by Bones, who did do a good job, he might have been runner-up.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Scotty was my runner-up.
Okay.
But after that, Bones would be my next runner-up.
Okay.
My runner-up?
Runner-up? Runner-up? Runner-up?
Runner out of the atmosphere? It's very high
That's
up.
what they had to do with the shuttle, so
there
that they
it
could
is,
get rescued.
No, they had to stay in the atmosphere.
Well, no, they had to achieve orbit.
Yeah, and then they fell back down to the atmosphere.
Well, that part wasn't in the plan.
Yes, it was when Spock made a flare.
Well, yes, that was his last-ditch effort.
But yes, I'd say my MVP would have to be Mr. Boomerang.
Okay, that's not his name. We'll put his real name on the screen.
Right
here.
Mr. Boring.
That's it for this one, guys. Join us next time when we watch The Squire of Gothos.
I assume that's about a squire from Gothos.
That's a good guess.
Let me guess completely wrong. It has nothing to do with squires or Gothos.
Well, no. No, it's a good guess.
No, as in, no, I'm right, or no, I'm wrong?
Yes.
So I'm both right and wrong.
Well, one can never really know until one...
Meaning I am in a superposition of being both dead and alive until observed.
Correct. It's Schrodinger's episode.
The episode is both my prediction and not my prediction until we go watch it. So make sure to tune in next week. Well, I guess that'll wrap it up for today's episode. Join us next time when we do exactly what I said 5 seconds ago.
And until then, we'll see you out there in the final frontier.
Okay, seriously tell me what this means.
We'll get there, I promise.
When? Is it even in TOS?
Yes.
The first season of TOS?
Let's find out.
Stop flipping through episodes. Just end the episode right here.